Hello, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I feel like I'm literally just looking at myself in the viewfinder, sat on my own in bed. Hi. Thanks for clicking on another video, another podcast, whatever you're streaming this on. Thank you for clicking it. I probably should have taken these jewelry off because they're clicking and clacking. But this is a re-record of this podcast because I started it and I was talking about something really good, and then my door was open and people were coming, and I was just like, I have to turn it off, and I just wasn't motivated, so I laid down in bed for a bit. Now I'm back. I recorded it and put the whole thing on extreme echo, and that was the thing that last time just it was too much. So I don't know what is going on. I'm trying my best here. She's a trying girlie. Also, I will be changing my upload dates to Wednesdays because I don't know why I decided it was a good idea to post on a Friday, because that was stupid. Like, you know, I love that I've started a podcast and I can't even use words. Love that for me. But yeah, I hope everyone's been keeping well. I've learned a lot, I think, from the last podcast. Maybe don't put it on echo mode. Try not to be too loud. It was really quite loud, wasn't it? I'm trying my best here. It's all new to me. Do you know what? I did my makeup earlier to re-record. Realised I've laid down. I've picked at my face, and she's back on the camera. So I do apologise if I'm in such a state. But we move. It's really just about my talking because I'm such an intellectual here. But yeah, very bold of me to do a podcast, to be honest, especially when it's also really hard to know where to cross the line at talking, because you don't want to like I like to use real life stuff and talk about, you know, experiences, but I don't want to get other people's lives involved. Do you know, not lives involved, like other people's stuff that's their stuff. Do you know what I mean? I was using a lot of evidence, if that makes evidence. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. One of the things that I noticed from the last podcast was I started off so slow, so I'm really worried that I'm going to be talking really slow again this time, but also I don't want to be talking too fast. But yeah, so Wednesdays are the new upload days, 6 p.m. Gives you a bit of time, so maybe Thursday if you want to listen to it while you're on your way to work, while you're at work. Because my friend Chelsea, she was like, I wanna listen to it now. And it's like, well, it's the end of the day on a Friday. It's people got things to do on their weekends, you know. So that's why it's been moved. And I spoke to my eyebrow lady. She was like, yeah, most podcasts get released on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Like, that makes sense. But yeah. Another thing that one of my friends recommended is to do an ASMR podcast where we talk about words of affirmation, because obviously I got the mic, but I don't know, I feel like I would just laugh at myself. I just would. I don't know, I'm very unserious indeed, but I feel like I could probably do that. But a bit of pep talks, I love that. I listen to that all the time, to go to sleep. You are a strong, independent woman. I'd listen to stuff like that just because it helps. Also, the human voice just soothes me, as opposed to an alien's voice, so I do that. I like a bit of that, a bit of ASMR, calmness. Yeah, really bold of me to start this podcast with English. See, look, word's gone. Absolutely mind blank. She's gone by. So I was thinking in this podcast we could talk about life stages, because it's so weird being 21, being in your 20s, because you're a fully fledged adult. No excuses, no if no buts, no coconuts. You're an adult, and that's the bottom line. So everyone does life differently as well. I don't know. It's I was talking to one of my friends, right? When I was younger, when I was 16, I remember the GCSEs were coming up, and I just couldn't picture my future. I just didn't have a vision. I was so scared. sounds dramatic, but I thought I was gonna die. I know she's a dramatic queen. Like, what are you saying? Like, I don't know, but something like didn't feel right. Like, I just couldn't picture my future. Like, I don't even know. Like, my people talking about GCSEs. I was like, I don't even think I'm gonna get to sit them. Like, it was weird. It sounds so deep and so dark, but don't be alarmed. I'm here. I'm fine. But yeah, I was really just didn't think I'd be sitting my GCSEs. Like, I couldn't vision it. Like, normally, like, I couldn't picture myself driving to work. Like, things that you do or you can have in the future, I can vision. Like, you have dreams and you can vision. I just could not vision sit down for my GCSEs. I said, I think like something's gonna happen. And that was not the excuse not to revise, but we move. So yeah, anyway, I remember going to this train tracks, and one of this girl that I went to school with, she was like, that's because you don't know what you're going to do with your life. You don't, like, something like that. She said something like that, and it really just flipped a switch in my head, because, like, I just find it so funny how, like, mindset works, because when I was younger, like 14, 15 years old, even 13-year-old, little children, like, oh my god, I want kids, I want babies, I want a little boy, I want a little girl. Like, I just remember a conversation like that, and I was just like, yeah, I want this. But, like, I never really wanted it. Like, it sounds so weird, because, like, a woman's purpose, like, everyone has their own decisions, but a woman's purpose on this earth is to carry the children. That's the way that we were built. We're, formed. If you think we're like bacteria or whatever, you like to think, if you believe in God, if you don't, the female body, it's to reproduce, right? So, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so kids, young girls, like, prepubescent girls, like, talking about babies, and I didn't start my period till I was like 18. So I don't know whether that was like my maternal instinct wasn't there, but that's what I like to think. So yeah, and then I just find it weird how they were also ready to have kids, and then for me it took getting into a relationship and forming a connection with someone, and to vision having kids and having a house, like, with like a family. So, like, because someone asked me this question the other day about if I want kids, and because I'm not in that situation, I'm just like, it's not that I don't, because I do, I want a house. But it's so hard when the only time I've ever wanted it is picturing it with someone. Do you know what I mean? Of course, I'm not going to do it on my own. But, if I'm making, I really hope I'm making sense, because I don't want to, I also could elaborate, but I don't want to, if that makes sense. Like, I just hope that makes sense, because I'm just someone I need to, I don't know, I think you've got to feel the emotions, feel the vibe, like, you can vision it that way. Like, I just couldn't picture having kids when you're not in a relation. Like, I think I'm rewording it wrong. Like, I don't know. But that was it. That was just a mindset. So, anyway, so I do want a family and kids. Like, that's obviously the goal. Like, I think I'd actually be a really good mom. But I think I also, like, would scare myself with, like, House of Dragon, and but, like, I would scare myself into thinking that I wouldn't be a good mom, like, just because of self-doubt, really. Like, I was such a self-doubter, like, I just never felt like I'd be good enough, and I feel like if you're going to be a mom, that's a lot of pressure. But yeah, I don't know why, but I'm not scared. Like, there was a couple of things. My whole knee is, like, literally right out there. I think there's just a couple of things that were subconscious in my head that made me just think I wasn't ready. Well, I'm not ready, but that was weird. Like, that is a topic I actually hate talking about. Not hate, like, I get so uncomfortable. Like, when this person was asking me about kids, I was like, why are you asked? Like, that, I feel like that's such a personal question. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, but if I say that I don't want kids now or whatever, I do get baby fever, because my friend has a cutest little boy. He's at that fun age where they're just, like, toddling and just crying, and he's so sweet, and I just love hanging out with him. So it's not that I don't have that maternal, because I get broody seeing him, but, like, it's just like, do you know, I think I'm making sense. I hope I am. because yeah, but that's it. Like, she's at a different path in her life, she's got a kid, and then I'm just like, I'm just doing me here, doing my own little thing, and I just find it so fascinating. Like, it's such a very, like, I know someone who's about to buy a house in her 20s. That's 10 years. 10 years isn't long. Oh, lights flickered. 10 years isn't long. You know, I was trying to think, 10 years ago, I was 11. I just started secondary school, right? That's not that long ago. Like, I can picture it. And it's so funny how time shortens as you're getting old, the longer you live life. Does that make sense? Like car journeys. When I was younger, this drive to one of my cousin's houses, when I was younger, I used to think she lived so far away. I drive there like all the time now, and I'm like, it's an 8-minute drive. Like, it's not far away at all. And I just used to think that, like, but that time that I sat in your car, because you've only lived a short period, and so that means that life's just gonna get quicker, and that is so scary. Life's just gonna get quicker and quicker. That's why you gotta live life to the fullest. Don't stress. Be well dressed. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. It was in my head. It wasn't even in my head. It just went from somewhere and out my mouth. Bleh. Yeah. But yeah, so it's just funny how time relays. Like, relays. I think I'm using words here which aren't in the right place. You know? I say that right? Like, aren't in the right, used in the right way. See, why is she doing a TikTok? A podcast. But follow our TikTok. It's just me in my room, editing, filming, recording, publishing, doing all that, because it's keeping me busy. Anything that keeps me busy, I love. I gotta stay busy. I think I just do that just to stop the overthinking. But I'm getting better, because I feel like this should just be called the podcast. Change the name. It should be, but I'm getting better, because I just feel like I'm always getting better, and that's good. Everyone should get better all the time. There's a song, getting better all the time. Is there a song? Getting better all the time? Can't remember. Where's the phone? Getting better all the time. Anyway, where was I before that? Yeah, I'm getting better. What was I getting better at? Oh, overthinking. Well, it's not overthinking such as, yes, it is overthinking, but it's more like, I just don't like being alone with my thoughts. I kind of touched on this the other day when I was like saying, I started watching YouTube again, started watching TV shows. Now I can sit down and clear out my mind and just put something on TV and be transported. It took me a while. I would struggle to focus through a TV show, you know, even a YouTube video. Sometimes I think it's this day and age where we've got like such fast-paced short videos to keep us entertained. It's like our attention span is going like this. It's really unhealthy. That's really bad. And it's really rude, because sometimes, like, as well, if someone's talking for a long time and you just be like, but then again, it could be their poor choice of talking. Am I going right? I don't know. Now I've typed talking. What was I doing? Getting better all the time. Yeah, by it's by the Beatles. There we go. It was a song. I knew it. But yeah. So yeah, I can sit and watch a movie and be transported, which I love, because that's important. I don't know why I was so intense for a long time, like in a tent. Go camping. No, but yeah, like really intense. Like I felt so, like, I think I just, not a perfectionist. I don't know what it was. I just felt like I needed to be, I felt like I was always switched on. Whether that was in a great way or a bad way, I just always felt like I was on. Like, before I go to sleep, like, just wake up, even as dreaming, you know. Sometimes I get, like, annoyed to sleep, like, it's not scared to sleep, but, like, don't want to sleep because I know that I'm going to be thinking about things. And that's, like, that's when you're, like, at your worst, I'd say. It's when you can't even sleep because your mind just keeps going and going. It's the worst. I'm so sorry for the rattling. No, I'm not. It's just rattling. I'm not going to take them off. I'm terrible with my jewellery. If I take it off, I'm going to lose it. Like, I actually have this really good thing, but it's at my dad's, where it's like a little envelope thing, and you put your jewellery in there. But yeah. Should I do like a whole podcast of whispering, or is that really creepy? It's really creepy. Don't do that, yes. Okay. I really want a dressing gown because I'm freezing. I actually was wearing my stepsister's dressing gown, and I had my pink blanket around me, but it just ruined the aesthetic of this video. So I was like, girlie's got to take it off. I have just waxed up the heating, so I'm hoping that's going to heat this up. I had one of those dreams the other day. You know, like it's where you're like you're sick. It sounds weird, but like, you know what? Like, it's not a fever dream, because I know a fever dream is time. But do you know when you have one of those sleeps, like I had a nap, and then just wake up and your mouth's dry, and you've proper just hit the hay. Like you didn't just hit the hay, you literally went scan. I thought I was doing something, but that was bad of me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry there. Well, that's a little bit of experimenting on that, I suppose. But yeah, I'm really sorry. But yeah, anyway, she's hit the deck, whatever it is. Isn't that when it likes to cut out? And I was not very happy with that. No, but anyway, I had a proper one of those sleeps where you're just cold turkey. And where was I going with this? Why was I telling you that? I don't know. What? Where am I going? The girl is in in delusion. May your delulu be trulu. I love that saying. I am very delusional. I think that's one of my greatest strengths and my greatest weaknesses, because like I like to believe that you have control, even though sometimes you don't have control. I just like to think that, because then I feel like, you know, that we're on this earth for the reason, and it's your life, so control it as much as you can, even if you can't. Like, just try, if that makes sense. Like, I'm a trier. Like, I try. If you try your best and you don't succeed, oh my gosh, she's done it again. I actually think it's just today my head is just a bit out of there. I went out last night, which I hadn't been out in such a long time, to a very scary place that I went to. I was actually terrified because I've heard terrible things about this place I went to, but it was actually a really chill night. Not chill, but it was pretty calm. Like, nothing crazy happened. And I was like, even saying before we went out, I was like, guys, we need something horrendous to happen. We need to cause an absolute riot so I can talk about it in my podcast. Nothing happened. We were chill. So yeah, but then I didn't get home till like 4. I wasn't like hungover or anything. It just felt a bit like, it just felt like a Sunday today, you know. But yeah, I can't complain. So I don't know why why I'm making that as an excuse. It's not an excuse. I just feel a bit zoinked out, I suppose. Is it zoinks? Is that what they said in Scooby-Doo? That, because I keep seeing that, like jeepers and zoinks. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's in my vocabulary at the moment. This is going to be so hard to find little clips to want to put on TikToks to talk about, because this is such a random, like, we're talking about life. I suppose we should get back onto that topic while we round it up. So yeah, like, life. Actually, I think we did well, because I don't know what else to say to touch on that topic. It's just funny that how some people just want different careers. Like, I always worry that because that some careers become more popular than others, what if we don't have standard... What if we don't have standard people doing normal people jobs anymore? You know? Like, I don't know if that's making sense, but like, I always wonder, what if everyone became a content creator, right? No one would be able to... Oh, they had a South Park episode on it, you know, with the tradie thing. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I'm trying to think. You know, I should really fact check and have good stuff before. I'm really learning a lot. We love a girl who learns. Oh, there was this little thing I was talking about the last time I pressed record, because I can't really figure out how to add this into the segment. But the way you treat life is important, because I was thinking about this, and I love new things. Like love a new coat, new shoes, new and I love that. But I'll treat myself to some nice gear, like my drone. I like to treat myself, but I have these shoes, and I remember thinking I've got to keep these shoes clean, because I've got really nice shoes, but I don't keep them clean. Like, it's such a mundane task of cleaning your shoes that I was like, I just don't. And I was thinking, like, that could be used in the way you reach out to others, or like the way you live your life. Like, if you have things that come into your life which are good, you need to look after them. Yeah, that's it. Like, clean your shoes. So that's made me think, like, even me now, I'm looking at my room, it's not that bad. It's not that messy, actually, to be fair. I just need to put clothes away. But, like, there's little things that I think we could do as a collective, just to care, to show you care. Like, my dad did tell me, like, once, like, you're a really careless person. Like, I'm caring for people. I'm a very emotional person, but I am quite careless with day-to-day things. Like, there used to be a song at school: when you leave the room, turn off the light. That, like, I remember that from school. I don't know if anyone else had that, but I don't. Like, if I go down to get a glass of water, I'm turning on all the light switches. And like, is that necessary? No. Now I use a torch, because obviously my dad had that conversation with me, and realistically I'm blind, so I need I need a bit of help. But it's yeah, that was something that I just thought, yeah, when I was looking at my shoes, it was treat people like your shoes, look after your shoes. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I think we did a good chat. We did it. Another one in the episodes. Episode 2 is done. Over and out. Thank you so much for listening. Have a lovely, lovely day, night, life. Bye.